What perspective would you share with other parents who may have children who have, more significant needs or challenges in any given areas? What would you tell them having gone through that journey?
My name is Nancy Marchese. I'm a board certified doctoral level behavior analyst and a clinical psychologist. My goal is to help 2 million children with autism and their families by transforming their lives, and I can't wait to help you too.
Well, I think parents who have children with more significant or more severe autism can appreciate how devastating just everyday things can feel sometimes. Um, Whereas I don't feel like I experienced that with my son. He also doesn't have a developmental disability, so I'm sure that comes into play in some areas with my daughter. Um, but the way that media presents autism, as you were saying, that really misleads a lot of people uh, to believing that's what autism is.
Mm.
I'm just finishing a medical program in college, and when autism came up, that's immediately what everybody thought autism was too. And
Yep.
I explained to my class, no, that's not what autism
Mhm.
is. Autism is not cute and quirky and funny in a lot of ways. It can be, you know, very messy and self injurious. And sometimes some of the things that you see, you would not realize is autism.
Mhm.
Um, it can be adult patients that you have in diapers. They can have autism. Like you would not know this based on what you see, in some of our medical literature or, out and about based on what you are presented with in media. And when I thought that was autism based on my son
Sure.
and my brother and what I always saw on TV, after, researching severe autism and everything, I was terrified. And then once I started living it, it can be heartbreaking. Just sometimes I forget my daughter's actual age until I see other
Mm.
kids her age. And it's like, oh, that's what 8-year-olds are doing? Because my older children are so much older than her.
Yes.
We have a family member who has, he's like the cutest, sweetest little, he just turned 1 and he's doing all the things that 1-year-olds should be doing. He's so bright and he communicates so well. And sometimes I'm so taken aback. It's like how old Ava was when she finally started to do that, or how many hours and thousands of dollars it took in OT to teach her how to point. It's like
Yeah.
things like that can be devastating. We were at a wedding recently, and uh, during the father daughter dance, I just started breaking down crying out of nowhere because it's like, I don't think my daughter's going to do that.
Mm.
And it's like sometimes severe autism just hits you when you aren't even expecting it. Like during happy moments like that, when I'm watching that baby, he brings me so much joy and I love him. And sometimes it hits you when you're not even thinking about it, or at that wedding. I wasn't thinking about Ava in any of those times, and sometimes it's just like
Yeah.
it hits you.
Thank you for having the courage to share that. It's so important for people to hear the different perspectives of autism, right? And the
Yeah.
experiences that you've had. I've never heard of someone describe it like that. Just hits you in the most unexpected moments.
There's only so much we could cover in the short amount of time we had today. If you found value in what we talked about, go to breakthroughautism.ca, join our newsletter, and also follow me on my socials.